Now that you've watched my video on how to prepare baby food, I'm going to show you how, once you've frozen it, how to reheat it for each day's feeding. There are a lot of different schools of thought as far as when you feed them solids. Do you do it in the morning? Do you do it at night? Do you feed them, do you nurse them first? Do you give them formula first? How do you do it? So let me just tell you what we have decided that we are going to do. Number one, I'm very, very passionate about breastfeeding. Noah gets excited when we talk about it because I know the nutritional benefits that it has. There are just things in breast milk that cannot be duplicated in formula. But again, that's your decision. But for me, I've decided for the first year in particular to make breastfeeding the primary source of his nutrition. Solids are just kind of extra added, getting him used to different textures and tastes and developing his senses and his ability to eat. So what I do is I feed him about half of a feeding first, so he's getting full with milk, and then so he's still hungry and so he's still interested. Then I give him the solid, and then after he's had his 1 cube, then what I'll do is I'll feed him just a little bit more, kind of like how we like to drink something at the end of our meal just to kind of wash everything down. That's how I found that it's worked with Noah. And as far as timing, you'll notice that the sun is shining behind me, and so we do it earlier in the morning because I want to make sure that he has time, especially in the beginning, for him to completely digest his food before he goes to sleep. Meaning, I don't want to have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and change a really gross diaper. So you will see that as you start introducing solids, diapers just get more interesting. So for us, anytime before noon is really the time that I'm going to do solids with him when I'm just doing solids 1 time a day. Again, you can read it, decide what's best for you, but in particular, I would encourage you to do it earlier in the day, especially if you're introducing a new food or if you're just starting, just in case he has any adverse reaction to it, you can handle that during the day and you don't have to do it in the middle of the night. Sweet potatoes were the first food that we introduced to Noah because the orange vegetables have been researched and shown that they're the most easily digested by babies. But after that, we moved on to avocado, and then we moved on to banana. Once I realized that he could tolerate both avocado and banana, one of his favorites is actually mixing those two together. And I found as a mom, one of the reasons why I like it is because avocado is rich in nutrition, has a little bit of fat to it, so it sticks with him a little bit longer than the banana does. But avocado diapers are probably the nastiest, and so mixing it with banana makes them not quite as bad, so it's the perfect combination. There are plenty of other foods that you can prepare on your own. Anything that you see in a jar, you can process and puree it yourself, but that's probably a really good starting order to where you can introduce a orange vegetable, a green vegetable, and a fruit. So sweet potato, avocado, then banana, right? So we prepared the food. Now all that's left to do is to reheat one of our frozen cubes, which if you use breast milk in particular, you do not want to actually microwave this to defrost it. What you want to do is you want to heat a bowl of water for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. In a normal size bowl, I would say you probably fill it about 1/4 of the way full. So we're going to pop out one of our cubes here, one of our sweet potato cubes, and place it in a small dish. We're going to take the water that's warm in this bowl, and we're going to set this bowl with it down inside of it. Then we will cover it with a plate. That keeps germs out, that traps the heat to where it happens a little bit faster. So in about 15 minutes, we'll have food ready for Noah to eat. All right, so it has defrosted and gotten warm, so as soon as I stir this up, you'll see that it gets back to the exact same consistency as it was when we had just pureed it. So now, here's the test. Eat a bite for the camera. Can I get you to eat a bite for the camera? Ooh. Mmm. All right. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to finish feeding Noah, but if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on my website. Have a great day.